Down here, you. All right, I got it in there. I found
One of these
it.
days, I'm going to get Chuck in here to sing that live.
All right. So Need for Speed. We make that transition.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, last night we had our Wide Open Wednesday, which we want to reiterate on a little bit, not everything. We had some great guests, Penny and Robbie Dunn, Earl Krause as usual, who will probably be calling in sometime soon here to fill us in what's going on at Wall Stadium Speedway and some of the old past and what the latest news, because he works at Ariota Racing News, which is where we get a lot of our information from, and he actually is one of the editors there, so he's got the inside scoop on everything. So we always love having Earl on and getting his wisdom and information. We also want to say that this show is brought to you by Sage Chiropractic. That is 123 North Sycamore Street in Newtown. I'm actually going tonight. I had an appointment last night, but I had to reschedule because I forgot I had Wide Open Wednesday last night. So, Dr. Mike Ganasso and Carrie Lewin, married couple. They've been up there for at least 20 years that I know of. And great chiropractors, great adjustment. They're actually doctors of stuff. They don't just sit there and adjust your backs or whatever it is, and they tell you everything that's going on the whole time while you're doing. You leave their information. We got a call there,
Okay.
Brooks. So we probably will be Earl that'll be on there, and I'm looking forward to talking to him as always. And there you go. You're on. Maybe. Maybe it's that bottom one, Brooks. That bottom toggle switch.
There you go. Now I don't know what
the hell that is. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Earl. There you are. Found you.
All right.
All right.
A little technical difficulty there.
Yeah. Sometimes they hit us up with that testing thing, too. Always on my show.
We have a new co-host this morning, Brooke.
Yep, Brooks St. Ives is our guest co-host. Foxy had something to do with his wife this morning, so hopefully everything's great with them.
Okay, good automotive show this morning. Very interesting.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I have a lot of fun talking crap about dealers and manufacturers. So they give me such good material to work with.
Yeah, that's great.
So it's hot, and we won't talk about everything that happened last night.
That was a very good show. Very enjoyable.
It was.
Good hearing Kyle Taraska, the NASCAR spotter on there. Yep. And it talked about a variety of things. That was a very entertaining segment.
Yeah, we had some fun all the way out the door even after we got off air. All four of us, me, Nick, Kate Brown, and Warren Alston. We just had a blast. Nick's always good to get us fired up. So, it was a good interview with Kyle Taraska, and it was good information that he was giving out about the spotting and what's going on where he's racing, and he'll be down at Wall again this year. And I remember interviewing him after you introduced me to him last year in the pits. Gave him a quick interview, and he works for Safe Light Auto, which is always good for me to know.
He's a nationwide recruiter for statewide management, also technicians, and your paths may cross along the way between your business and Safe Light. So
there's a Safe Light right around the corner on me on Lincoln Highway. So I told him whenever he's in the area, stop on into Fletcher's garage, and we'll.
Oh, that's great.
We'll chat. So, what else is going on there, Earl?
Well, not too much at Wall Stadium yet. Still waiting for the finalized schedule to come out.
Okay.
And we'll be heading down, my wife and I, on vacation to Florida here for the next 12 days.
Nice.
Actually leaving next week. So once I get back, we should have a pretty good idea of what the new season is going to be at Wall Stadium.
Good.
So we'll look forward to talking about that. This will be the 75th year at Wall Stadium. Track was built over the winter of 1949 and 50, and the first race was held Memorial Day weekend, 1950, and Frankie Schneider was the very first winner at Wall Stadium. And
wow.
The history has continued since. So
Frankie Schneider was decades of winning.
Yes.
Wow. I'm not surprised it was Frankie Schneider.
Yeah, that's the thing too. So many people, rightfully so, of course, associate Frankie with being one of the greatest dirt modified drivers ever. But he was also very proficient on pavement. it just goes to show, especially in the era of the 1950s, that he won a lot of races on paved tracks and actually raced at the highest level of NASCAR, which was the equivalent of the Cup Series in the 1950s, Grand National, and he was very competitive there as well. So he had a legendary career, Frankie Schneider.
Yeah, I mean, he's been going a lot of years, but I still wouldn't be surprised if I heard that he was in victory lane at any track right now. So
yes, indeed. Yes.
And he could build a carburetor like nobody else. And
yes.
I remember my dad put a carburetor on Kerry Slaughter's carburetor, went bad, so Frankie lent them one. My dad bolted it up, and Kerry said, "Oh my God, it's like I put a jet engine on this thing."
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's like, I was hard to go into the corners with this thing. So yeah, so he was a great guy, and he was a lot of fun. I mean, I was a kid when I last saw him, but he was a lot of fun. He was always good, knowledgeable, helped anybody out. He was a great guy. And we recently lost somebody this week that you know more than I do. Was that Buck Ward?
Buck Ward,
yeah.
Yes. Buck. That was a very interesting story with Buck. That a very successful businessman. He had a company called Encon, E-N-C-O-N.
Mm-hmm.
They did home fuel oil for homes and residences and businesses based in the Trenton, New Jersey area. And Buck was, a race fan, and he was about like late 40s, early 50s. He decided to become a race driver himself, and his first race was, as I recall, in the rookie sportsman division of Flemington, late 1980s, early 90s, back when it was still dirt. And he had a number 301, beautiful-looking race car. It was white, blue, and yellow, and it was 301, and that was because of his home address, number 301. A lot of people thought it was, an association with Craig McCaughey, who ran 301 modified.
Right.
Buck ran 301. He later ran an 03. And after running in the rookies at Flemington, primarily ran at East Windsor and won a couple sportsman races there. And the thing about Buck, who raced on through his 50s, is just a great gentleman. Just a wonderful guy to talk to in the pit area, or if you saw him out on the road during the week doing his business. And he also sponsored Johnny Leach and Mark Abel with their car under the Encon banner. So that's how Nick Leach, your Wednesday night co-host, got to know Buck very well. So yeah, great guy, helped a lot of racers, and just an excellent businessman. And sadly, he had lost his wife, Glenna, who is another wonderful person, roughly 10 years ago. But Buck continued on, pretty much had, sold the business, but stayed as active as possible. And we understand that he passed away suddenly at home. Had, been over his daughter and son-in-law's house on Sunday, watched the NASCAR race from Phoenix, and went on home, and apparently passed away that night or early the next morning. And he was around 85 years old, but great person. And, definitely remember him always, Bucky Ward. So good guy. And, one of the guys you saw every week at East Windsor Speedway. And just love being there.
Yep. So, well, you're going to have to give me a call when you get back from Florida. So we're got the studio all set up for Earl's Time Capsule. I was over there last week and setting up our little area there. So as soon as you get back from Florida, me, you, Nick, and whoever else wants to be involved can join us. So hopefully we can get a couple legends to voice their opinion. I know Andy Belmont said something to Nick about wanting to join us. And,
that'd be great. I recall Andy when he first started racing with his yellow number 14.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I first met him. So, yeah, there you go. That'd be a great example.
Yep. And, so I'm looking forward to this year's racing season. As soon as we hear from Wall, I'm going to put Wall on my schedule. But I think the 22nd, Nick and I are going to go on down to Bridgeport, unless it snows out. You never know. And, we're going to head down to Bridgeport, and then the 29th is the Power in the Pines, so opening up the Super Dirt Series at New Egypt. And we'll be down there. And I got a couple practice runs to do down there with my car, because I'll be working on that over the weekend. getting that
You
ready.
were mentioning, I believe it was Randy Laird.
Randy Laird,
saying, helped you out with the seat in
Yep.
the number 141.
Yep, yeah, he's helped me out with the seat. It was being a little bit heavier guy, when I got it, I bought it from Andy Belmont. It had like a 15-inch wide seat, and I actually needed a 17-inch wide seat, which it sounds like only 2 inches, but it's a big deal. So
Oh yeah.
And so I bought an 18-inch seat, which was like putting a recliner in there. And after jamming it in the car, I found out that the leg part, the thigh part, was actually too long, and I couldn't use my shifter. So lack of planning or lack of forethought, we'll put it that way. I was thinking about width-wise, not length-wise, and so I said, well, the other seat I had in there was all bolted up and had brackets and everything already made for it. Tom Sickler made all that up. And so I took it out and I said, Randy, can you expand on this bottom side? Because the back side is fine with me. I just, open up the ribs a little bit. And he took it, cut it, re-welded it, made sure it was all up to spec, and I'm putting it back in this weekend. Mark Yaples helped me out with, with the tires and the tire setup. Nick Marco got me some tires, but Mark's helped me out with a lot of the setup, and
That's great.
so I'll be ready come May 10th, which is going to be my debut with the car, with the C141, and I'm going to have a lot. According to all my friends, there's going to be a lot of people down there. And I was talking to my dad last week, who is the mechanic legend in my world, and a lot of racers know my dad from back in the '70s. And my dad's coming out from Ohio.
That's wonderful.
My dad and my stepmother are coming out.
That's terrific.
Yeah, that's what he says. Providing that they still feel well up to it. But he was feeling pretty good the other day, and happy to hear that, and happy to have him out here May 10th.
Where's he from now in Ohio?
Yeah, he moved out there probably about 20 years ago. Him and my stepmother moved out there. He's from that area, about 20 miles north of Cincinnati. So it's out in the boonies of, it takes you about half an hour to get to Cincinnati. So he's out far enough where there's not enough people there to bother him.
I gotcha.
So he's got a little bit of ground and nice pole barn out there. He was building some hot rods, but now,
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so now he's just hanging out, taking care of himself, him and his wife. So,
terrific.
Yeah, I'm
Very
looking
good.
forward to all that. So, all right, Earl, we're going to roll on out of here, and Nick will probably be calling me soon.
Very good. We'll give Nick my best, and we'll look forward to listening to the rest of the show. And
Okay.
we'll definitely talk to you in early April.
All right,
Okay.
sounds good. Have a good trip, Earl.
Okay. All right,
right.
gentlemen, take care.
All righty. So, let me talk a little bit about the schedule until Nick calls. And if he does call, he might be busy up on the landfill.
Did you want to take a quick break?
No, let me just hit this. There's quite a bit of tracks running, so I want to hit this. Now, I'm okay right now, Brooks. We got the Baps Motor Speedway, which is out there in York Haven, PA. A little far from me, but it's supposed to be a really nice track. That starts, actually, they had a testing tune yesterday, so that's cool. That's Saturday. They're opening up. Yeah, I hope everybody's got their snow tires on. It's supposed to rain. But Baps is this Saturday, March 15th. Also on March 15th, and this is a big one, Maple Grove Speed Raceway up in Monton, PA, outside of Reading, which is one of my favorite tracks. I love drag racing too now. And they're having a swap meet this week, and getting ready for the season coming up too. So so we got the Maple Grove, and we got what else is going on? That's about Bridgeport's going to open. They're having a divisions on the 410 track this weekend. All right, we got a caller. Who's there? That sounds like Nick.
What's going on, Fred? How are you?
Oh, just as good as last night.
All right, Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks, how are you? Nice to have you on the show.
Yeah, it's good to be here. I'm sitting in for Jim today and trying to get caught up on all this information.
Oh yeah, we're throwing a lot at it.
Oh yeah, a lot of information. Fred, I got to tell you, last week was probably one of the funnest shows we've done. I mean, I never laughed so hard.
Yeah, it's been a while, and I needed that laugh last night after some of the stuff I had to go through this week. So.
Well, I mean, when you bring a new sponsor like Beta Prostate on, it kind of lifts the level of the program,
Yeah.
I never thought that would take wings and go like that.
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is, and
Yes.
every once in a while you got to throw a curveball and see if anybody hits it. But no, I mean, we had great guests on last
Oh, yeah.
night.
Yeah.
As the summer progresses, it's only going to get better because we're going to have access to a lot of people now.
Yep.
And, yep.
Hey, let's
So,
talk about your
yeah,
big news with New Egypt.
Well,
Something a lot of people know,
I
but not everybody.
I was asked to go back to New Egypt this year. Chris Moore's going to take over. Mark Blackwell and Chris asked me to come back. Of course, Fred Balsing wants me to come back, so we're going to go back to New Egypt. I was hoping I would get to go back there. I missed it last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go back. With you racing, it's going to be cool. And Chris has got a lot of great ideas, so we're going to do that stuff. Still going to do the race day live stuff and the fan fest and all the other stuff. So we're going to make some people happy, and it's going to make me happy, and we're going to have a good time. 2025 is going to be cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to assisting you with some of this stuff, and then doing our Wide Open Wednesday and some of our broadcasts from down there in the pits and all. And it's just going to be it's going to be fun. It's going to be a real fun year.
I mean, we're going to go to Bridgeport hopefully on the 22nd if it ain't too cold or it doesn't get snowed out, because we're not going to get away with not having another storm one way or another here.
Yeah,
so.
I'm hoping we're not, but it's history has a way. I remember March 15th back in '96 was like one of the biggest snowstorms I remember.
I mean, both tracks are working hard. You see,
Yeah.
you go on social media, you see Bridgeport's working hard. New Egypt is working hard. They're working on the track. I know Big Diamond and Grandview, they're going to get ready to do their stuff. Maple Grove, of course. Kyle's got big things planned for Maple Grove, and we got Billy giving us all the updates for that. But, yeah, I mean, in another month, man, we're going to be full steam ahead doing what we're doing. And when Earl comes back from vacation, we'll get him in the studio. And, yeah, I mean, we're ready.
Yeah.
And I know you're ready, so.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
We just need everybody that comes through the front door at Fletcher's Garage to cut you a little bit of slack sometime. I'm going to tell you, if you're listening to this radio show and you go to Fletcher's Garage, if you're not already a customer or you're thinking about being a customer, you're not going to meet a more genuine person than Fred. You're not going to go in there and be taken advantage of. And there's a lot of good shops out there. I'm not saying this is because Fred's my partner in doing what we're doing, but when you go there, you're going to get what you deserve. You're not going to get something that you don't need. And just you be kind to him, and he'll be kind to you. That's all I'm
for
going
sure.
to tell you.
Yep. And don't take kindness for weakness, because that goes
Nope.
away.
I mean, if you want Fred to get stupid, he can get stupid too, but he doesn't go by that rule.
Been there
He's
too.
there to take care of you. Yep. He's there
Yeah,
to
fired a
take care
couple
of you.
customers a couple weeks ago.
There you go. Fired a couple customers. I like that. But no, I mean, it could be maybe people have cabin fever and they're getting crazy.
I'll put it to that. I'll put some of that to that. So
And you don't need to get crazy when you walk through the door at Fletcher's Garage. There's no need for that. Kelly's great. Have a cup of coffee, relax, let them take care of your vehicle, and you'll be 10 times happier when you leave the building.
That's what I had to tell somebody yesterday who got hot and heavy on Kelly. And it was he was like, "Cut me some slack, lady." I'm like, "Dude, we fix your cars. We don't run your life. You go get your own ride. I'm not driving you back to halfway to Pittsburgh because you're dropping your car off to me." So So some people get it. They push the envelope, and that whatever. But I've been doing it for 40-something years, and it's been up and down. So,
Right. You never know what's going on in somebody's life. They could be having a bad day.
Yep.
I mean, your mechanics sometimes have bad day. You have a bad day.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to learn to separate that. You know what I mean? When you walk through the door, you got a beautiful lady there helping you out, and you're helping them out. And sometimes they forget that you're doing them a service. They think they're doing you a service by coming there.
Yeah.
Hey, I want
they
your
are.
service.
They are doing me a service by coming, but I'm also doing a service by fixing their cars. So
Yeah, I want to work on your car, but I don't want to work on your attitude to go with it. So I need you to come here and be a part of my team, but I don't need your attitude with it.
And I do. I bite my tongue a lot because their car. Some of the people, the cars are broken down. They're upset because it disrupts their life, and I get it. But also keep in mind that we're there to get you back on the road. We're not there to listen to your stuff.
Well, some people are SOS, Fred.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
stuck on stupid.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So-
It happens, but
But
Nah,
that's why I race my stress reliever. That's why we do
no,
what we
wide
do.
open Wednesday is your stress
It
reliever.
is. Last night was.
Night.
Yeah, last
Yep.
night. So-
Yeah, we got rid of some stress last night. We always seem to have that crazy show when Warren and Kate are involved.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, Kate gets us going there.
and trust me, it's going to be a lot of fun at New Egypt. So
Oh yeah. I'm really looking forward to
we're
this
gonna have
season.
a lot of fun there. Now we're going to be able to go to Bridgeport and have a lot of fun there too.
Yeah.
And we just there's one element that we're missing that we need to get involved in, and that's the Facebook Live stuff. I think once we get that the way that we want it at the radio station, we're going to get a lot more feedback from a lot more people. So,
Yeah.
but that's coming. We'll work that out.
Oh,
We'll be
yeah.
in good shape.
Oh yeah. So yeah, and if anybody wants to sponsor our show, just as Sage Chiropractic does, give me a call, hit me up on my Facebook, or email me at smokingtires@yahoo.com, and we'll get you on there, because this show is no joke. I mean, we have a lot of followers. Our Facebook page has a lot of followers. You have a lot of followers, Nick. I have a lot of followers on my America's Mechanic YouTube. Not just with the auto repair, but with the racing as well. So there's a lot of exposure for somebody that's the potential that wants to advertise with us. So you can always give me a call. We have a bunch of different levels of advertising, and I'll custom make them if you need them. So we got that all down. So check with us.
Yeah, we got a lot of fans over here at the landfill. Everybody listens to the music from WBCB. I have a couple of requests. They want to hear Convoy on the radio. So, Mr. Brooks, if you can play Convoy today before you sign off, that would be a plus. They're all waiting for it over here at the landfill. But yeah, we got a lot of fans over here that drive trucks in the landfill. And see you guys every day. So
yeah, and Marty Burke was in Saturday. Yeah, Marty was in Saturday and changed the oil.
And all the guys that drive for Premium and Superior and Greenleaf, they all listen. And they're waiting for Wide Open Wednesday T-shirts, Fred. So we got to
work on that.
Yeah, we got to work on getting a sponsor for some Wide Open Wednesday T-shirts.
That we do need. Yes, that we do. So yeah, because
well, keep doing what you're doing.
And you do that too.
Like I said, yeah, we'll be doing that. That's no problem. Have fun, and Mr. Brooks, thanks for filling in, and hopefully you're having a good time with Fred over there.
I'm having a blast. I love it.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you guys later.
All righty. We'll get that on there.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy
It's
on
for you guys up on the landfill.
There you go.
Yeah, 10-4, big Ben for sure. By golly, it's clean, clear to Flagtown. Come on.
My favorite song is one of my favorite movies.
There you go.
Yeah, we definitely got the front
Yeah.
door, good buddy. Mercy.
All righty. So we had
Finish
got
it later.
a couple of bars of that in there. Yeah, by request.
That's for the guys and Marianne up on the hill there with the truck.
All right. We listen to our listeners.
Oh yeah. So some of we'll talk about some more of the scheduling that's coming up here. And one of my other sponsors that we didn't talk about yesterday was Flag to Flag Solutions, which is Kate Brown and Warren Alston together, and they do racetrack management and safety solutions for all the tracks in the tri-state area. And they're heavily involved in the safety part. Warren is an EMT, and I think Kate is as well. But she does more of the behind the scenes of the tracks, and he's more of the safety. So they got it covered. If you have a track and you need consultants on that stuff, they're the ones to contact. And actually with marketing too, where you can bring fans in. And Kate's working with us on that too, making sure fans get to the stands. We're going to put butts in the bleachers in there.
Yeah.
And
all behind the scenes stuff that
a lot
is
of people
crucial.
don't realize.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not just open the racetrack doors and the cars come.
Bring in the cars and
there's a lot going on with that.
Yep.
And so that's Flag to Flag Solutions, and you can always email Kate at flagtoflagsolutions@gmail.com. They got a website coming up. They don't have a phone number, but you hit them with the email, and they'll give you everything you need to know. Some of the other things going on, like Nick was touching, we'll be down at Bridgeport on the 22nd, barring no snow, and New Egypt on the 29th for the Dirt Series. And what else is going on? Big Diamond. I want to hit Port Royal at some point. I don't know when they're going to open up. I don't see that on here. Grandview is opening up on the 29th. Georgetown Speedway down in Delaware. They're actually going to do some test and tunes on this Saturday, and they're going to have the open season on Friday the 28th. There's always a lot of good runners down there. Yeah, I know Billy Pouch Jr. will be down there, and a couple other guys. We'll be moving on down there. So, it's a great track. So those are just some of the things that's going on this year. And but me and Nick are primarily going to be at New Egypt, and I'll be at Wall, a bunch of times this year, doing interviews and stuff with Earl and some of the guys in the pits, because Earl is one of the announcers and the behind-the-scenes people at Wall Stadium, which I love Wall Stadium. I can't talk enough about it. It's a paved track. It's just the way that it's laid out, and it's got high banks. It's just a lot of exciting racing, and the whole track is it's a beautiful track, and it's got great concessions. Perfect sausage sandwiches, which is always a plus in my book.
Absolutely, got to have that.
So,
onions and peppers, of course.
Oh, onions and peppers. Oh, yeah.
So the whole.
Yeah, no sauce, but onions and peppers.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
It's so easy to get to, and a lot of people don't realize they think Wall. It's down near the shore. It's really about 35 to 45 minutes away, and it's one road or two roads. You get on 195 East.
Right.
You get off at 34, Route 34. And I feel bad because I'm from Jersey and I don't know the exit number, but
you just do it by memory, I'm sure.
Just do it there. You get off at Route 34.
Yeah.
You go up there. You take the jug handle because it's Jersey, and then you take the next jug handle because it's Jersey, and you end up right in the parking lot of Wall Stadium. It says it's right there. It's not even a quarter mile on 34.
That's pretty good.
Really, really easy to get to. I love the ride going down there. And it
kind of clears your head a little bit too.
Clears my head.
Yep.
Yeah. 195. Just in between exit 22 and 21 and 22, you got to keep an eye out. There's a state trooper sitting in the woods there.
yeah.
I got pulled over a couple times. Not recently, but I got pulled over.
Okay.
Exit 16 near Great Adventure. You got to watch. There's state troopers there too.
Yeah.
So if I'm not there, you know what happened. I got caught for narking them out.
Okay.
So, but it's a lot of fun. I hope to see everybody at all the tracks this year. If you see me or Nick with our Wide Open Wednesday shirts, or Need for Speeds, whatever, come on and say hi to us and get on the camera with us.
All righty, Fred. Always a pleasure.
It's a lot of fun today.
You are a wealth of information.
Well, thanks.
Okay, Fred, take care.
We'll talk.
All righty, sounds great. You're in tune to WBCB, Levittown, Fairless Hills. We're coming up to